guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for another video, and today I'm back with another mat test, and this one is on Maxim. Now, if you haven't already done so, go check out the review show special that I did on Maxim a little while ago. You can check it out in the playlist section. Just go down to review show special, and Maxim is going to be right in there. I did that recently, and I gave it a full review. This is the mat test. What is the mat test? The mat test, very simply, is when I perform a trick to my friend and colleague Matt. Matt works in my office. He works in the sales department, so he knows all about magic. He's not a magician. He doesn't perform magic. However, he sells magic to people every single day. So he knows the industry inside out and back to front, and he reacts to magic really, really well, but he's always trying to figure stuff out. So the mat test is all about me performing the trick to Matt and then getting his reaction, seeing what people think, seeing what he thinks of it, getting the pros and the cons. Now, Matt has said to me over and over again that one of his favourite tricks that I've ever done on the mat test is Lux by Lloyd Barnes. Lux made a really big impression on Matt. And I know he's a big fan of Lloyd, even though he's not a magician. He listens to the Magic podcast, and you know, he's very high on Lloyd as a performer and as a creator. So I know he's going to be very excited when I show him that I'm actually going to be performing a new Lloyd Barnes trick to him. And if you don't know what Maxim is, very, very briefly, it's an app that sits on your phone. It's very discreet, so you don't even realize the phone's in play. But what it allows you to do is it allows you to know the position of any card in the deck immediately. And not only that, you know various different outs of how to get there. So it might be spell to the card, spell to the date, whatever. Maxim works that out for you in literally a split second. So you can have someone cut a pack of cards a few times, name a card, bring the cards out, and you'll immediately be able to tell them what the card is, and you'll be able to reveal it in a very entertaining way. And I've set up a profile on Maxim for Matt, so I'm hoping some of the dynamic outs hit. Anyway, with that being said, it's time to roll the footage. So here it is, the mat test with Matt. Live, I'm here with my mate Matt.
What?
And I'm going to show Matt, not Lux, Maxim by Lloyd Barnes.
Lloyd's new trick.
Lloyd's new trick.
Sick.
I know you really liked Lux, didn't you?
It's like still one of my favourite things I've ever seen.
Well, this, I think you're going to really love. It's a card trick.
Okay.
Uses a pack of playing cards. All right. So we're going to give these cards a bit of a cut.
With fries on them.
Sorry, yes. So basically, I was leaving the house this morning. I was running late. I went up to Ryland's bedroom and I nicked one of his packs of cards. And this is what Ryland uses when he goes to gigs. He's got fast food cards, Lego cards, alien cards, spaceship cards.
So then it's not anything to do with the trick.
No, I just needed to grab a deck of cards.
Okay.
Honestly, that kid is every card producer's wet dream. Really. Anyway, what I want you to do is 52 cards in the deck. I took the jokers out of here.
Okay.
Name a card.
Out loud?
Yeah, share with the group.
8 diamonds.
You sure? Okay. You can take these cards and put them under the table. Hold them underneath the table. Okay?
Hold.
Yeah. And we're going to randomise things. So not until I say go, but when I say go, you're going to give the cards a cut. Just a single straight cut. Then you're going to give them another cut, you can give them another cut, you can give them another cut. You're basically mixing them up, you're shuffling them underneath the table. You're just giving them cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts. Because every single time you do that, it'll change the position of the cards. Okay. And you're going to do it until the timer says stop. So I'm going to start this timer. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go. Start cutting. Yeah, cut a few times. Cut and cut and cut. Now here's the thing. Every single time you cut, it changes the position of every single card in the deck. That's why I'm getting you to cut, because that will change the position of every single card in the deck. If you do a shuffle, that might not be the case. But we're going to cut. Stop. Bring them out. What was? By the way, look at the bottom card. Is that your card? Seriously. 8 of diamonds. Is that the one?
No.
Would have been good. I'm not that good. That would have been amazing. I'm not that good. But here's the thing. I don't want to touch the cards. You can touch them. Think about this for a minute. You named the card, right?
Yeah.
And then after you named a card, I haven't touched the deck. No. You then cut the cards, which you agree changes the positions of every single card in the deck. Every time you cut, it changes the positions.
Yeah.
Yeah? Here's the thing. I'm performing this for you, Matt. Your name is Matt.
It is.
It is Matt, isn't it?
Always has been.
What I want you to do is use the cards to spell the name Matt. One card for each letter. But keep the last one face down. So go M, turn your face up, that's
face
M.
up. M.
A.
A.
T. Stop. That would be the last T because your name is Matt. M-A-T-T. Right. And you said any card. You said the 8 of diamonds. And you cut under the table and I didn't even touch the cards.
There's no fucking way, dude.
Turn it over.
That's not possible. How the... No.
Yes. Isn't it amazing? I'll tell everyone I'm not feeling very well today. I've been like, I even had a nap downstairs in the staff room, didn't I? So if I'm a little bit lower key than normal, I'm really not feeling that well today. But yeah, I mean, what do you reckon? It's good, isn't it?
I don't... You can't. Because I cut it loads of times under the table. And it wasn't just like, I cut it, made sure it was like from the top, from the bottom, from the middle. So there's like, every cut was completely different. There's no way you can just then say, count down 4 when your card's there.
Well, should we try it again? One more time. Want to try it again?
I don't... That's not...
It's not right, is it? It's weird.
There's no way.
And yet there is a way.
How does he do this?
I don't know. Ask him. Should we do it again? One more time.
Yeah.
Because there's a rule in magic, never repeat a trick. You know that as well as me. But and the reason is mainly a lot of tricks you can't do them a second time. People will realise what's happening. One of the nice things about this is you can do it any amount of times that you want to. Let me just unlock my phone, which is problematic as I've just changed my code. There we go. We'll leave the timer again. Okay. So, take the cards. Before you take them under the deck, name a card. Sorry, under the table, name a card. Any card.
Don't understand it. 3 of hearts.
Are you sure? Positive?
No!
Take them under the table. Okay, don't do anything till I say go, all the way under. And you're not looking either, are you? So you can feel where you're cutting, but you can't. Anyway, go. Start cutting.
Where?
And the very second the timer stops, goes off, you have to stop. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just keep going, because I bet you're doing it at different places sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you are. Stop. You don't? You cut it to this position, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This was your choice, correct?
Yes.
I didn't influence you in any way. When the cards are under the table, I didn't influence you, I didn't tell you anything. You had a completely free choice. You could have cut anywhere. And you had a completely free choice of card.
Yeah, I did it. Because you can't see where I'm cutting it because I don't.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you something weird this time, because last time I used your name, didn't I?
Yeah.
So let's try and do something different. Now, you know, and a lot of people that are watching this don't know me as well as you, because we work together every day in the office.
Yeah.
You will be able to tell people I have the worst memory in the world.
It's not great, dude.
It's terrible.
I mean, mine's not great.
But I remember, I have to be really organised with myself because I'm very disorganised about stuff. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I barely remember Sarah. I don't know what our anniversary is. Like, me and Sarah, I don't know what our anniversary is. I'm going to take a number that I couldn't possibly know. And people that are going to watch this are going to think, oh, Craig's worked with Matt for years. He might know this number. You'll know me well enough to know I haven't got a clue what your date of birth was, the actual date, not the month or the year, but the date. Could I possibly know that number? I mean, maybe.
Well, no, I came into work on my birthday and you didn't say a word.
Did you? Exactly. I don't know. Happy birthday, by the way.
It was months ago.
Oh, right, was it? Okay. I thought it was like yesterday or something. No. Oh, okay. What month? Not the month. What month was it? I don't care about the month.
April.
Oh, that's my month.
I know!
Oh, right. Did we get you something? I bet Sarah did.
Sarah did?
Yeah, that was from me as well.
Cheers, bro.
No problem. What's the actual datey bit?
It was my fucking 40th as well.
Really? Oh, wow. Happy 40th. That's an important one, dude. Wow. Happy 40th birthday,
Cheers,
man.
dude.
That's all right.
I'm nearly 41. Okay, what are we doing?
We'll have a joint birthday or something.
Yeah.
You told me the month, but I don't care about the month. What's the date? The actual date? Like, I'm the 12th. What's it?
The 30th.
The 30th?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, maybe I did.
I know you did.
But you cut. Well, I can't remember the card. What's the card?
Oh, shit.
Was it a heart or something?
Three hearts.
Three
Three
hearts.
hearts.
Three hearts. And you cut. And I haven't touched those cards. This time, instead of dealing to Matt, why don't you deal to 30?
Fuck off.
Pick him up.
There's no way.
Pick him up. Pick him up.
Oh, I don't want to.
Pick him up. Pick him up, motherfucker.
Deal to 30?
Yeah, go for it.
37.
Yeah, so you know they're not all the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Stop. Deal that 30th card right there. Did you see the 3 of hearts here at any point? I didn't see it. I don't know if you...
No.
Okay. Do you want to look through the rest of the cards first, or do you just want to look at that card? It's up to you. You can look through the others first.
I just want to go home. There's no way, dude. Like,
well, here's the thing.
Can't.
You know, is it Schrodinger's cat? Do you know that whole thing?
Yeah.
You know, like you don't know whether the cat's alive or dead
Until
until you look
open
in the box. You don't know if that's the 3 of hearts or not until you turn it over.
I've got a good feeling though, dude.
Well, but it might not be, in which case, you know, if you never look at it, we won't know. It could be the 3 of hearts, it might not be the 3 of hearts, and it's in a total state of flux.
It can't. This can't work.
No, I don't think it has. I think it's this one. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, that's the 8 of diamonds.
But I just picked a random card out of my head. So you're not forcing anything.
No.
Because I just plucked a random... Until you asked me the question, I didn't even know. The first one, it was just pick a card. Oh, shit, okay. 8 of whatever it was. It wasn't... I mean, there's no 8 of diamonds and 3 of hearts plastered around the walls than have been for weeks. That was literally just plucked out of my head. I didn't even know until it came out of my mouth. So you can't possibly have known that.
Nope.
And then I've cut them.
Yep.
You don't know how many times I've cut them.
Nope.
I didn't even know. And I was cutting them at different places. So I wasn't just flipping it over and back again. I was trying to make it as hard as possible. At one point, I just took one card off the top and put it on the bottom. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So that probably wouldn't have worked then.
I don't understand how it can.
So it can't. Yeah, I'm sure it's not. Should we check and find out?
I don't want to.
I bet they do.
No! No! How is that possible?
I don't know, it's never worked before.
It worked 5 minutes ago when we did it
Yeah,
the first time.
I'm lying.
I don't get that at all. It just doesn't make sense though, because there's no forcing. There's no like he's not cutting them. He's not shuffling them.
You cut it a random number of times
I
as well.
picked a number out of my fucking head, and then he didn't touch the cards again. If he didn't touch the cards again, how can he make sure that card's in that place? I cut them in different places. That's not a thing. It can't be.
You okay?
And then you don't know my birthday.
No, I don't. I haven't got a clue.
I've forgotten already.
What is it? April sometime?
It's the same month as you.
Okay.
That's not a thing. There's nothing in that he can force. With a lot of card tricks, it's like, oh, put a card back here, whatever, cut it to the top, double lifts, whatever. You didn't touch him.
No. Didn't go anywhere near them.
No, got nothing, dude. I got nothing. That's nuts. That's
check,
absolutely nuts, isn't it?
It is.
That's nuts. That fucker's got to stay in Wales, man. Like, I said it after Lux, I'm saying it again. He freaks me out. I don't understand it. It's like next level shit, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. Like, he's...
And it's got nothing to do with these cards. That is literally just a deck of Ireland's cards.
Just Ryland's cards, yeah.
So they could work with any deck of cards.
Yeah. Any deck.
No.
You got nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
So So does it pass the mat test?
Yeah, obviously.
Better than Lux? Not as good as Lux. You've been raving about Lux in the office ever since.
Since the day I saw it, yeah, that's my favourite trick that I've seen all year. Lux, it just blew my mind. But then that's just done the same thing, because it's not like, oh, okay, well, I don't know how it works, I don't know how you do it, but it's got to be something to do with this. That, not a fucking clue, not a clue. You don't touch them.
Nope.
From when I named the card, you don't touch them.
Nope.
So if you don't touch them, how can you manipulate them?
Yeah, well, exactly, you can't.
But if you're not manipulating the cards, then it isn't physically possible.
Maybe it's real magic.
I don't get it. I don't... Anything?
That's a 1 in 52 chance of it being the right one.
What, every time? Like...
Yes, it's just luck.
Every time, yeah. Lloyd's the luckiest guy on earth. He'd have to be. I don't get it. That's epic.
Yeah.
That's epic.
It's epic, isn't it?
And I don't get it at all. So 100% it passes the mat test. 100% it's a great trick. And 100% Lloyd's got to stay in Wales because he scares the fuck out of me.
There you go. It passes the mat test. Stay in fucking Wales. Nice to know.
Sorry, Lloyd.
So there you go, that is the Matt test. Now, what I found interesting about that is when the cameras stopped rolling, Matt actually told me that he thought that was one of the best tricks he's ever seen and was right up there with Lux, which is really interesting. And I asked him why, and he said, well, it's because there was no evidence of sleight of hand. Now, like I said earlier, Matt understands about sleight of hand. He understands about double lifts and forces. He knows it's possible for people to force cards on spectators. He knows about forcing, right? So I think what made this even more impressive for Matt is the fact that there was no evidence of me forcing a card on him. He literally felt like he could have picked any card. Also, what was interesting is he said, and I could have named any number. I asked him about that later on, and he's misremembering it, and he's even thinking like, I named the number on my birth date, which he didn't. I told him, tell me your birth date, but from his point of view, he felt like he named the number as well. And I think that's the real power of Maxim here. The real power is the fact that it's not a trick. I want people to not look at this as a trick. I want you to look at it as a tool that allows you to perform absolute miracles. You know, for years, magicians have carried around the invisible deck with them, right? For years, magicians have carried around an invisible deck with them for outs. So if the trick goes wrong and everything goes tits up and you can't find the card and you failed or whatever it may be, you bring out an invisible deck and you spread through and you show the card was reversed in the deck from the whole time, right? This, to be honest, is as strong, if not stronger, than the invisible deck when it comes to having an out for that trick. So what I mean by that is, let's say you're doing a trick where you've lost the card completely. As long as you've got a deck set up in stack with you, and I always carry a deck set around in stack with me, you can say, okay, well, obviously I can't find the card, but look, there's this deck here that's been in my pocket the whole time. I want you to give the deck a few cuts, and I'm going to time you, and we're going to give you a few seconds. And you go into Maxim, and it's a way of actually revealing the card that you apparently lost in a really, really, really fair way. So it's a tool. It's not a trick. It's a tool. And as you saw from the footage, it absolutely passed the mat test. So well done, Lloyd Barnes. Well done, Murphy's Magic. You have indeed passed the mat test with Maxim. So there you go, guys. That's another mat test in the bag. Do me a favor. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. You want to see more videos like this? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again tomorrow with another video, so make sure that you stick around. If you haven't already done so, please go check out the NETRIX. It's www.thenetrix.com. You can go check it out and see what the fuss is about, and I'll be back again tomorrow on Magic TV. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Craig from Magic TV.